It's time to go over the second creature in the 5th tier, Nova the Destroyer, possibly one of the hardest hitting creatures you can get for yourself. So as always, in this video I'll show you how to identify him, the strategies to deal with him, the rewards you'll gain when you finally defeat him, and how to get one for yourself. So get our pen and paper as I'm about to show you everything you need to know about Nova the Destroyer. As you can see, Nova the Destroyer is a hybrid of a Reaper and a Dodo Rex. Pretty terrifying. He will be coloured black and purple with a purple mist and black particles. Fun fact, Nova sometimes gets a nickname as PC Destroyer, as it has been known to make computers crash when using certain moves in areas with lots of trees and bushes. Similar to Pickon, Nova must also be spawned as he won't be found in the wild, so to create his summon you'll need the exact same things. 1 of every single Origin Tribute, 5 Demonic, Celestial and Primal Souls, 1 Emperor and Emperor Soul, 1 Spirit and Chaos Orb. As you can see, the summoner requires many items. Make sure you're constantly killing all your tier 1 to 3 creatures to help speed up the process. For Nova, you could try to reuse the trap which you have made for the Guardians. If you don't know what I'm about, I'll leave a link at the top now. However, some of his attacks will destroy metal structures, so he may break out. Nova has a lot of different attacks which will be very problematic when fighting it, so let's go through them all now. Firstly, Nova has a spin attack which explodes when it hits, knocking creatures back. He also shoots a spike which will create an explosion when it lands. He also has a fire breath attack which creates mini explosions, cocooning your creature and also knocking them back, which can send your creature flying, so be careful. He can also spawn Seeker minions, and his other attack is a combination of the Chaos and Spirit Guardians attacks. It starts by launching 5 balls towards the target which do damage on impact, and then those initial balls release a circle of more explosions which also do damage on impact, as well as causing reoccurring damage if you stay where they land. Pretty scary stuff. Nova will also pull creatures out of their powered up state. Finally, it's important to know that Nova is extremely fast, so there is very little chance of outrunning it when the fight begins. Now, let's move on to your creature. As always, make sure your creature is high level, has good stats in health, stamina and melee, and ensure a strong Goliath tier saddle or something similar. Also bring primal health potions and primal stimulant as they will be necessary to survive this fight. Now, for the specific creatures you should bring. If you're doing this solo, similar to Pickon, I'll suggest using a flyer such as a Spirit Griffin, Wyvern or the Manticore, as these will be your heaviest hitters and allow you to stay away from Nova when fighting. I'd also bring a creature to tank the damage of the Seekers. Anything which has a lot of health and a good saddle should work. If you're in a tribe, I would suggest the exact same thing, but obviously the more creatures you bring, the quicker you'll be able to defeat him. Once Nova reaches 15% of his health, similar to Pickon, he'll drop a fertilized egg. Ignore this for the time being and continue to fight, because once the egg is dropped, Nova will begin to do 150% of his original damage. So defeat him as quickly as possible to minimise your casualties. The first thing you'll get is the Destroyer Egg. Obviously this is to hatch your very own Nova. Secondly, the Destroyer Soul. Once again, this is required for the Colossus and Pickon's Revenge summoners. Then the Destroyer Saddle to protect your Nova from damage. Another item is the Demonic Dissension item. Obviously this is similar to the Celestial Ascension item. Obviously put this into your demonic creature's inventory. Use the scroll wheel to ascend. Do not force feed it or else you'll waste the item. Similar to the Celestial, this will take your demonic creature, reset its level, spreading out all the XP across its stats, and then allows you to re-level the creature again. Quick example, level 300 wild creature, perfect tame will get you up to about a 450, and then you can max level the creature, use the ascension item, then max level the creature again to get a demonic creature over level 600. Next, instead of armor, you'll get rocket BPs, which mimic Nova's attacks, one being a nuke, a cluster and a swarm. Then as always you'll get the basic stuff like element, arrows, bullets, tame helpers and some max XP potions. As previously mentioned, you should have got an egg. Just like a normal egg, put it in front of some air conditioners or in an incubator until it hatches. Once hatched, Nova will need meat during its maturation process as well as once it's grown. Remember, you can also imprint on Nova, so make sure you do this for the added stat bonuses when riding him. And there you have it. You now have all the information you need to take on Nova the Destroyer and finally complete tier 5 of Primal Fear. So as always, let me know if the video helped you guys out. Don't forget to comment any other guide videos you'd like to see, whether that be Primal Fear or any other Ark mod. Like and share the video with your Ark friends who aren't as good at the game and need a little bit of help. Finally, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future videos, as in the next one I'm going to show you everything you need to know about the Colossuses, or the Colossi, however you say it.